Hi guys, and welcome back to the Oklahoma Girls Kitchen. Well, today I'm doing my most requested recipe, and that is chicken and dumplings. Everybody does it their own way, their own style, but the Oklahoma Girls way is to do it simple, easy, quick, and delicious. And that is what we're gonna do right now. So let's get started. So what goes best with chicken and dumplings? Why, of course, cornbread. So I'm gonna do the cornbread first and get it into the oven before we start our chicken and dumplings. And today I'm making yellow cornbread. That's one of my very favorites, and I love all cornbread, but this right here, the best of the best. So we're gonna get started with our yellow cornmeal. And to that, we're gonna add our 2 eggs that I just kind of slightly beat. And then we have got 1.5 cups of milk. And to that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of just vegetable oil. 1, 2. Now we're going to go ahead and whisk all this together. And while I am doing this, I have got my cast iron skillet in my oven. I've got it preheated to 425, and I put just a little bit of vegetable oil in my cast iron skillet to get it nice and hot. So when I get ready to pour this cornbread in there, it's gonna make a sizzling sound, and that's what's gonna give that cornbread that nice, beautiful crunch on the bottom and that golden, beautiful look to it. That's exactly what we're ready to get our cornbread mix in there and get it going. Now, like I said, I had this cast iron skillet in the oven and it is extremely hot, but that's exactly what we're wanting. And we are gonna put this cornbread in and let it get golden brown. And it's gonna be baking while we get our chicken and dumplings going. So let's go get this in the oven and let it start doing its thing. We're ready to start our dumplings and our chicken and dumplings. But first of all, we're gonna add all of our stock to this pot. Now, I'm gonna tell you, you can do this 2 ways. You can do it the harder way, or you can do it the quicker way. And they are both gonna taste awesome, but we're on time saving now. So this is what we're gonna do, and you're gonna love the taste of it. You'll never go back to cooking your chicken on top of the stove and deboning it and all that. I'm gonna show you a faster way that is good, good, good. So we're gonna start with 3 cans of chicken broth. You can get the regular chicken broth or the low sodium. I just got the regular because I'm not adding any salt to this. Then we have 3 cans of cream of chicken soup. And we're gonna get those in there. Isn't it amazing what you can cook with soup? This is your base right here for a lot of things. You could take this same recipe and not make dumplings and add just chicken noodles or noodles, dried noodles, and you could make chicken and noodles. So this is a base for many, many meals. And our last one, add just a little bit of pepper. Gotta have some pepper to this. Now, I'm gonna just kind of mix this up as best I can until it heats up. And once it heats up, then the soup is really gonna start dissolving into this chicken broth. And that's what we want. Okay, so we're ready to get to our dumplings. Now, you know, I'm gonna go back to what my mom always did. She would either make hers out of a biscuit mix, which is the way I'm gonna do it because I love the way my mom's tasted. Or you can buy canned biscuits and you can cut them into quarters and you can drop those down into your broth, and they make great dumplings too. But we're just gonna do it with a biscuit mix. It's easy, and we're gonna get it mixed up now. So what we've got, I doubled my recipe because I'm gonna make quite a few chicken and dumplings. So I've got 4 cups of biscuit mix instead of 2 cups because I'm doubling it. So we've got that in there, and then we've got our milk. Now I will tell you, if you start mixing your biscuit dough and it seems too thick, you can always add more milk to it. Just because it doesn't call for it, you can make it the consistency that you want them to be. So I just kind of look at it, and sometimes I do add more milk. If it's needed, I put it in there. So we're gonna get to making our dumplings. Now what you want is, you want your broth to be at kind of a rolling boil, which this is. So after it came to a rolling boil, I went ahead and turned it down to a medium low because I'm gonna start dropping in my dumplings, and I don't want it to boil over, and I want those to cook through and through really good. The magic ingredient that I put in mine that not everybody does, and I'm telling you, it makes this dish, is ground sage. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that in, which is probably about a half a teaspoon. So we're gonna go ahead and start dropping them with a tablespoon. And you just kind of have to be a little patient with these when you start dropping them in there. So we want to just kind of place them around in different spots. And you'll see them float to the top, but that does not at all mean that they're done. They're just floating to the top. We've got the chicken ready to go into the dumplings. We want to add it last because this was a rotisserie chicken that I just deboned. And so it's already flavored and ready to go in. And I'm going to mix it around. If you put it in too early, it will stick to the bottom of the pot. And we don't want that to happen. The chicken and dumplings are ready, and the cornbread is ready. And we are ready to eat. And I want to show you how beautiful these dumplings are. You know, they're not all going to be perfect size and shape, and that's not what chicken and dumplings are. Chicken and dumplings are various sizes, various shapes, and oh so good. And I'm going to take a bite of these. They're definitely seasoned just perfectly. There is no doubt about that. And the chicken is wonderful. Let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with taking shortcuts to a wonderful, delicious meal. You can get a rotisserie chicken, debone that, and put this meal together in no time. And this cornbread, I'm going to dig into that next. So, you can see how delicious this is. You know, cornbread, it just smells so good. And when we were little, and I know people are like, what are you even talking about? But there was a lot of nights that we had cornbread with milk in a glass. That was it. And we were raised on that, and it is absolutely delicious. This Alabama girl that lives in Oklahoma still likes her cornbread and milk. Just delicious. You guys need to try this for sure. See? So, please try these recipes. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love the shortcuts. You're gonna love everything about it. This is a whole new way you're gonna be fixing your chicken and dumplings, I can promise you. And your family is gonna appreciate those nights that it's easy fixing in your house. And until I see you next week with some other great recipes that I've got for you, I wish you a teaspoon of love and a heapful of happiness. Bye, guys.